What's up, everybody? I know it's been forever since I've posted anything to this channel. It has been a while, and the reason for that is mainly that I have been head down building out the Funnel Builder certification program with the likes of Russell Brunson, Jim Edwards, Ben Moot, and so many other amazing people. We've been getting tons of people set up to become amazing funnel builders, and we're getting them certified and getting them clients. So that is why I have not been around, but I have made it a point now to start posting on here regularly. I'm going to be posting some amazing things, especially things that pertain to ClickFunnels 2.0. So actually, since my last video, ClickFunnels 2.0 wasn't even out the last time I made a video. So there's a lot I need to cover. I'm going to be going back covering all the basics now that ClickFunnels 2.0 is a little bit built out. There's tons of amazing content already on YouTube from other amazing people, but I'm going to do my best to go back and make sure I break everything down on here for you as it comes to learning ClickFunnels 2.0. But if you are at all interested in becoming certified, learning how to build funnels from me and a ton of other amazing people, do check out the link in the description. If you just want to see more free videos from me here, just hit the subscribe button. Like I said, there is a ton that we're going to cover. And today, I was just playing around in ClickFunnels 2.0, and I got super excited about something that I've seen nobody doing. And in fact, I don't even know if we're supposed to be able to do it yet, but I figured out an amazing way that we can essentially replace a Shopify store with ClickFunnels 2.0, which is super exciting. And what I'm going to show you is something that we can not only create a storefront with, but we can add it to funnels and our funnel hub and all other parts of our business online. We can just pull through a stack of products that people can choose to purchase from. I think this is going to be super, super powerful. So let's dive into it. Basically, what I want to do in this video is show you how to create a Shopify style store using ClickFunnels 2.0. So if we look at a Shopify style store, right? It's just an online store. It's a storefront. That's the first page. My amazing drawing here, right? But it's just a page where there's a bunch of products you can choose from. You choose which product you want to buy and you buy it. Okay. So there's a few layers to that, right? There's the storefront where they choose the product. Then there's the actual form. Once they've selected a product, there's the form where they purchase the product. And then there's a thank you page. So all we really need to be able to do this is 3 pages and some products. We have to create some products to get them to show up on the store. And we're going to make it so that we can have products automatically show up on the store. You could technically have done this in ClickFunnels Classic, but each time you create a new product, you have to go update that storefront page, add a whole new little section with the products and everything. There's an awesome feature here inside of ClickFunnels 2.0. Whenever I create a product, I can just say, hey, make this show in my store, and it'll automatically add to this storefront page that we're going to create. So we're going to create some products. We're going to create a storefront page. We're going to create a default order form page. It doesn't matter which product we choose from this store. It's going to pull us to this page, and it's going to have all the info for that specific product already populated on it. And I only have to create it once. We did this in ClickFunnels Classic. We would have had to create order forms for each individual page. It would take forever. We can set it up so that all pre-populates based on the product that they've chosen from that store. And then we'll send them to a thank you page. Now, I should pre-emphasize this with, from what I see in ClickFunnels 2.0 right now, it is very clear that there's still a lot of work being done on this and still a lot of work being done on physical products. But I will go through a few workarounds that should allow you to be able to set this up regardless of what you're selling. Okay, so these types of pages, storefronts, default order forms that automatically pull information in, these are all pages that are associated with the theme of our ClickFunnels 2.0 account. This is something that I've seen actually confuse a lot of people, especially on launch day with ClickFunnels 2.0, because the site section here and the funnel section weren't actually separated until pretty recently. So if we go to a site is like where we're going to set up basically our brand. So we're going to have a website, like a homepage, where we're going to have customer centers, we're going to have courses, our blog, and it's usually all under one brand. Then there's funnels. That's where we can have tons of different domains and different funnels selling different things, maybe for even different brands. cool in 2.0 is we can actually set up multiple workspaces and set up all the different workspaces for specific brands, which is how I would recommend doing it. But we'll get into all that in another video. When we select a theme, so when we go to our site here, there's themes. And if we go to explore new themes, there's all these different themes we can choose as a starting point. When we choose a theme, it's going to give us a default template for our website, our funnel hub, for our customer center, for our blog, for our first course. It's going to have all these default designs set up. Inside each of the designs, we can add our own style guide to it, and it'll automatically change colors, which is amazing, which is going to be another video. But there are a couple pages that it creates that we don't even see from the site overview here. Right? We see the customer center, funnel, we see some things here, but we don't see anything about storefronts. But that doesn't mean that they don't exist. And I found a way that we can actually access those right now. And I tested it. It all worked for me. I did have to do one little thing to make it work, but I'm going to share that with you in this video. So the first piece, right? Remember the storefront where we're going to show all of our products. Go to pages and then theme pages. Now in some of the themes, it might not be explicitly labeled as your storefront page. This one that I have set right now, it's actually called example store template page. So that made it really easy. I'm on the CF 2.0 creator theme. So with this theme set, if I click on it, we can see what the default template looked like. So it's just like, here's my online store, and here's where you can choose all my products. And this is a very special element right here. I'm going to show you how to set this up. And in most of the theme templates, it's already going to be set up, but I want you to understand how this works. This is called a product collection element. And it's using this pink outline, which is kind of hard to get to sometimes. It's setting up the default layout for how all of our products will be displayed on our storefront. And then when we add products to our account, we can say whether or not we want them to show up on here. So in the editor, it's just going to show us these placeholders. But when we go to the live page, it's going to pull through any products that we've set to actually show up in our storefront. So there's some special elements being used here. And to show you how this works, I'm actually going to delete this off here. We should have a one column row. Inside of this one column row, we're going to add an element. See over here, we have all these different pieces, different special elements and stuff. A lot of these are brand new to ClickFunnels 2.0. If you go to products, you'll see there's this element called a product collection. So we're going to select that. And that gives us that pink outline. This is how we're going to set up the design for each product that's going to be pulled through onto our storefront here. So you'll see each one, it says add new row. If I click on it, I can say how many rows. I would almost always make this one row. There may be some exceptions, but for the most part, I'm going to make that one row. And you'll see every single one updated so that it's one row. So we're just designing one, and it's going to have the same design across all of them. We'll go into here, we'll add new element, and you'll see because we're in that products collection element, it's giving us these special elements specifically for products. And these are all placeholders. So when I select image here, this is the image placeholder of my product. When I go to add a product in just a little bit, it's going to pull through the image that I've set on that product. So if I have like 6 products set up in my account, they're all set to show up in my store. It would show product 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It would show all 6 of them. They're all set to show, and it would have the image that I've set in the settings of those products. I promise you this will all come together. So below that, I'm going to add the product name, right? Maybe I have the product price there. Actually, maybe I have the product price above product name. Look, when I move it in one, it updates it all. It keeps that design consistent across all of them. Okay. Below that, probably have the product description and a link. So with how I've set this up, it's going to automatically pull through this info, all this info from the product settings. And when I click on view details, or if I click on the product image, it's going to take me to an order form specifically for that product. I'll show you where we can update that here in a moment as well. But I just want to show you, if I save right now, I do actually have one product already set up in my account. I'm going to show you how to set them up. If I preview, there is a product called Greg's Cat Food, and it pulled through the name, the price, it's $1. the description I added for it, the image I added for it. And obviously we make this look much prettier in the real world. This is just an example for you. But if I click on view details, look, it takes me to this product page for Greg's cat food where we can actually purchase it. And don't worry, I'll show you how to set that up as well. Okay. So that's the first piece, is the storefront, and it all relies on this products collection element. Now, that product that we were seeing, I set up here under products. And it's only showing because I have it set to show. So here, let's create another product and it will also show on there. Now, at the time of this recording, we can only do this with digital products, but at the end of this, I will go through a couple workarounds that you might be able, if you're selling physical products, I think you can still get away with this. It just might be a little bit trickier, but probably worth it. Okay, so we'll give our product a name. We'll just call it, I don't know, Greg's energy drink. Okay, and I'm going to put a description. Get insane energy with Greg's energy drink. Okay, and we'll create that product. Now we need to give it a price. I'm putting $1. Oops, sorry, $1, just because at the time of this recording, these special order forms that we're creating, I can't find a way to put it in test mode. I'm actually going to charge myself $1 to show you how to do this. So that's why I'm making it $1. Okay, and you can also do subscriptions, payment plans, all that now inside of ClickFunnels 2.0 as well. It's all so much easier to set up now, I find. Like, everything is simple, straightforward. Just go through the setup process and you're set up. But here we go. Okay, right here, show the product in the online store. That's going to make it pop up in that products collection element when we preview a page. If this isn't checked, it will not show up in that products collection element. Okay, that is really important. That needs to be checked. Then you can add your images here. You'll see I have that cat food image. Let's just, actually, for the sake of easiness, let's just make it the same image. Okay, you can add multiple prices, right? The way this works in ClickFunnels 2.0 is you only create the product once. In Classic, we had to create it for every single order form step. We create the product once, then we just say sell it on that order form, on this one, on this one. And when we created this, it created a page. It created that default order form page for me. Okay, but back up here, we have that. We can also do the product taxable. We can already do some tax stuff. I think this is going to be a little bit more built out once they officially launch physical products. Here, if I just put like food and beverage, there's all kinds of examples here. Sugar and sugar substitute. Let's do that one. Okay, that's the closest one, I think. Okay, we can do SKUs if we're going to be sending this info over to any shipping integrations. Like, I'll probably end up using Shopify once I set up some of these for not Shopify, ShipStation when I start using this in the real world. So maybe my SKU is like Energy One, whatever it is, right? You can have your purchases trigger, sending someone digital files, things like that you have it set up in your account. You can have it give them access to a course that you've created in your account. You can do variants, right? Like, say I had different flavors of this energy drink, I could do the variants in here. And then it creates that page, which we're going to look at here in a moment. But all I'm going to do is click on update. Okay. So just by creating the product, it automatically created this page. It's on the domain that I have connected to my main site as well, by the way. Okay, let's go to that URL, gregstesting.gregsuperawesome.com/Greg's energy drink. You'll see here, there's a page. It's pulled this all through for me. We can actually edit this page to look however we want it to look. So I had a different theme on here earlier, and I think it may have changed slightly. But all we do is we go to site, and then we go to pages, and then theme pages, and we want to find that order form page. So we should, sometimes, like I said earlier, the titles won't really make sense, but you want to find whatever, you want to go to that URL, the product that you created, see what it looks like, and then scroll through here until you see it. right? So look right here, example product page. This one would be pretty close, but it's a different store template page that we're not using. Actually, that was from my previous theme. It saved some of the previous theme templates. So if I click on this, here's that page. And look, it's pulling through the image, the product name, and we have a checkout element already on here. So here, let me show you this from scratch. I'll delete these couple pieces off here since it was already built out. And again, in the real world, we'd make this look much prettier. But what I did is I did a 2-column row, and then below it, I did a 1-column row. Left-hand side here, I wanted it to pull through the image of the product. So we go to products and then image. Okay, it's going to pull the image through. Over here on the right-hand side, I'm going to go to products, and I'm going to go to name and description and price. Those are all the things that we can pull through here automatically. Again, we can make it look much prettier. This is the page where they're going to actually purchase this. To be able to purchase it, we need to have an order form on here. So for that, we go to order, and we can do a regular checkout or a 2-step checkout. Either one will function. We'll just do a checkout here. Okay. Now, this checkout element, it's mostly meant for funnels. This isn't a funnel. It's just an order form. So there's some things we may want to change on here. So if you go into the settings of a checkout element, there are a ton of settings. I encourage you to come in here, experiment with all the different settings. But a couple things that I would probably do on here is, well, one, for what we're doing, I'm going to set this instead of a 3-step order form. I'm just going to do a 1-step order form, right? So it's showing me all the potential pieces here. I maybe wouldn't have the product selector even on here because it's really just one product they can buy on this page. But if I was doing quantities or variants, then I would leave this on here because it shows up on here, the little drop down with variants and quantities. So in that case, I would leave it on here. The order form itself, if we go into the settings of the order form, you see this is where you can control whether it's collecting phone number, showing the billing form, having the shipping the same. You can choose what you do or don't want to show up on that order form. But for me, I'm not going to show phone number, but we will show billing. Okay. And then there is all these options. If we go back the top here, look, the breadcrumbs, you can go back to the normal settings, the checkout element. There is order bump. This won't show up if you don't have an order bump connected to your page. On these pages, we can't, there's no way at this time to even do that. So even if I don't hide this, it won't show up, but just for the sake of things, I'm going to hide it here. And then the order summary, I wouldn't hide this completely, but I would probably take out the footer here just because it could become confusing with some of the workarounds we're going to use for shipping and stuff like that until physical products are released and all the shipping parts are made super easy in ClickFunnels 2.0. I would probably just hide that. Even this customer info, I don't like having that on there either. I just want to know the product and the total. Okay. That's how I would do it. Okay. Now, really important. If we go back to the regular checkout element or checkout settings, there is a section here for step button. Right now, if we go into the settings of this, there's 2 different states someone can see this page. They can see it as a guest, their first time being on this order form page, and they can see it as someone who's purchased before and is returning. So it'll look a little bit different in each, but on each right now, you'll see if we go to the submit button, we can change what it says and everything and make it bigger if we need to. We can play around with all the settings of it. But right now, the way that this is meant to work is in a funnel. So if I were to purchase right now, the way it works is it submits all the information and then it sends me to the next step in the funnel. We're just in a theme page. There is no next step. And what seems to be happening to me most of the time, if I don't do what I'm about to do, is it sends me to my customer center page, which we'll get into customer centers in a different video. What we want to do is redirect this to just sort of like a default thank you page where we let them know their order's being processed, their tracking info, everything, it's on its way to their inbox. So we're going to get that URL in a little bit and we're going to paste it into here. Same here, saved submit. If someone is a returning customer, I also want them to be redirected to my standalone thank you page. So that is this piece, right? Just confirming their order went through. That's the last piece to this. So for that, the way I did it is I just went to pages and standalone page. I added a new page. I just grabbed, here, I'll even show you. We'll make a new one. We'll just go to thank you here. I just grabbed a random thank you page. Give it a name. You can update all that info if you want to. And now it's on here. Now, we'll just use this one because it's already loaded up. All I need is the URL of this page. Again, we can update this, make it look pretty and everything for the purpose of this video though. We just need the URL. So we're going to preview it. When we preview a page, it's going to have question mark equals preview at the end of it. We're going to delete that and we're just going to grab this URL, copy that whole URL, and then go back to that theme page of the order form. So mine was called product page here. And then in that checkout element, we are, I'm in the header. I'm going to checkout. We are going to go to checkout step button, scroll up, go to submit, turn on redirect override, paste that URL to there. Then we're going to go to saved submit, turn on redirect override, paste that URL in there. Okay. So let's test this out. We have all of the elements for this to work. Now here, let's actually, I want to show you guys how dynamic this is. So what we're going to do, let's exit the site editor here. We're going to go back into products for 1 second. And on the energy drink here, I'm actually just going to use a different image just so it really stands out. So give me 1 second. Okay, I just quickly made a little mock-up image of some cans here. So I'm going to go to the settings of this energy drink product, change the image. I'm just going to drag my can image into here. We're going to use that instead. Okay, and we'll update the product. Okay, so let's go back to site pages. And this can be a little weird to navigate when you go to theme pages and then you exit the editor. I'm hoping that as they release more of the pieces to this will become a little bit more friendly. There's the store page, and I'll show you, like mine's just example store template page, the URL. If you go into the settings here and go to SEO and sharing, you can actually change this path. So I might make it like, I don't know, store dash front, something like that, right? Or just / let's do this, / shop or / buy now. Right, and see, it puts me back to standalone pages, which I'm hoping will become a little more user-friendly as they release more of this feature out. We are kind of cheating the system here. We're getting early access to this by finding these pages under theme pages. But I'll show you now. If we open this in an incognito window, see, look, it's pulling through both of those products. They were both set to show in my store. If I click on the cat food product, it will take me to the order form for the cat food product. And if we go back here and go to the energy drink product, it will take me to the order form for the energy drink product. Do you see how powerful that is? I only created one page, but it's using the information of the product to show what's actually going to show up on here. Pretty cool, right? Now, again, we can't put this in test mode at the time of this recording. Hopefully by the time you do this, you will be able to, but I have my Payment AI account set up. I have Stripe connected to that. I'm going to do this right through Stripe. We're going to purchase. Okay. So I'm going to blur most of this out because I have to use my actual credit card. Okay, and then I'm just going to hit submit here. and it redirects us to that general thank you page. And then I'm also getting an email. In your marketing settings, you can control what the thank you email looks like and says and everything. I'm getting an email confirming that went through. And then what I would do personally is I would use Zapier, webhooks and Zapier to send this purchase over to ShipStation, and ShipStation would send them their tracking code. So that is the big workaround here. If you're doing physical products, like you're probably going to want to do taxes and shipping and all of that. And the best way that I've figured as a workaround for that right now is by using webhooks and Zapier. So you'll see in ClickFunnels 2.0, we can create endpoints. I can create an endpoint in Zapier. I'm going to do a whole other video on how to set this up. You can use this to basically connect ClickFunnels to 2.0 to any integration you can think of. So that's actually going to be the next video I release probably next week. So if you're interested in how to set this up, it's like basically giving yourself a ClickFunnels superpower. If you work with clients, you can blow their freaking minds. Trust me. Hit the subscribe button. That's going to be my next video. So if you found this helpful, hit subscribe. Guys, test it out in your account. Play around. Let me know in the comments if you figured out any other fun things you can do with these storefronts here in ClickFunnels 2.0. But until then, I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.